Well, it finally happened. Pope Francis is dead.
I'm sorry, Pope Francis.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Catholics. You know, that Pope, he's gone. His name was George Mario Bargelino.
Is it Jorge?
George. First Latin American Pope, first Jesuit to be Pope, and he hated borders and all walls except the one around the Vatican.
Well, it's the best wall, to be fair.
Yeah.
I mean, have you seen that thing? It's at least 10 cubits high.
Now, who killed Pope Francis? I mean, in a way, we all did. But more specifically, J.D. Vance might have killed the Pope.
Might allegedly.
It appears.
Did you know that they're not allowed to do an autopsy on the Pope? It's like one of their rituals.
Ah.
So we'll never know.
We may never know. But today we are remembering Pope Francis in the only way that we know how, and that's by going back through the years, through the Babylon Bee's coverage of Pope Francis.
I think that's the best thing we can do, considering we're not Catholic.
It's what he would have wanted.
Yes.
So the first one, we're going to go all the way back to 2018. This might have been one of the first Babylon Bee articles on Pope Francis. Pope leaves factory sticker on his hat to garner street cred.
It is weird to me that people leave things on their hat.
Sticker, yeah. I was wearing a hat this morning and I forgot that I left the sticker on. And everybody thinks that I'm a big cheese bag.
Yeah, that's sad. But you got all that street cred.
I did.
So this article says death penalty still permissible for people who drive slowly in the left lane.
That's a nice carve out because he was against the death penalty, but he's like, you know what? I like to picture that he was in his Pope mobile, and an old lady was driving in front of him, and he's like, ex cathedra.
Yeah.
Death penalty for this woman. Pope announces that any time spent watching The View counts as time served in purgatory. Another nice carve out.
Wisdom
From our gracious Pope.
Embarrassed Pope suddenly realizes he's been reading the Bible upside down this whole time.
I mean, really a mistake that any of us could have made.
I mean, the Pope is not infallible.
It's true. Giant cloud of dust emerges from Vatican as Pope Francis opens his Bible. See, the Babylon Bee is balanced and two-sided, three-sided sometimes, because we point out that the Pope did read his Bible.
Yeah, it's not his fault there was dust in it.
Happens to anybody.
Pope Francis announces passing of final Catholic Pope.
Pope Benedict passes away. Sad. End of an era, really.
Yeah, and there were no more Catholic popes after that.
Pope announces church may bless same-sex couples, as long as the priest ends his blessing with no homo.
And we may not be Catholic, but that's a tradition we keep in the office.
All good things come to an end. And you know what else comes to an end? Pope Francis.
Oh, sad.
And this is the Babylon Bee's coverage of the passing of the Pope this week.
CNN, behind closed doors, Pope is still focused, sharp, and energetic. You see, it's funny because there's a picture of a CNN anchor and the Pope in a coffin.
Dalai Lama quietly cancels his scheduled meeting with J.D. Vance. Now that's just smart ball.
I mean, we don't know that J.D. Vance killed the Pope, but I mean, he was one of the last people to see him alive.
We don't know, but J.D. Vance looked to camera.
Easter Bunny dead after meeting with J.D. Vance.
Oh my gosh.
Again, they cannot prove J.D. Vance killed the Easter Bunny, but he was one of the ones to see him alive last.
Correlation is not equal to causation.
Except for when it correlates.
All right, here's another one. The next Pope will be chosen via Ninja Warrior obstacle course. I wonder if they're more likely to get a Catholic Pope if they do something like that.
Well, they're certainly more likely to get a fit Pope.
And a Ninja Pope.
Catholic Church to consider electing Pope who's a Catholic this time, which would make sense considering Pope Benedict was the last Catholic Pope.
All right, and now to finish things off, we have the Babylon Bee's exclusive list of the 10 people who are most likely to be elected the next Pope. The first one is Joe Biden. Checks all the boxes. He's 80s, he's Catholic, and he's dead.
But have you considered Kilmar Abrego Garcia?
Ah.
You know, he'd be sure to carry on Francis's fight for open borders around the world.
Next up is Judge James Boasberg.
Boasberg.
This is a judge, and he's already declared himself president of the United States, and the next logical step is, I am now Pope.
Why not Pope? However, Luigi Manion may throw his hat into the ring, or should I say his eyebrows, because he's got big ones, and it would instantly make him the most popular pontiff in the church's history.
He has the hat from Super Mario Odyssey.
Oh, he throws it.
And if he throws it on the Pope, then he becomes the Pope.
That's right. Will that work on a dead Pope?
Only one way to find out. Mark Driscoll. No further comment.
Kamala Harris, she's still unemployed, and she would always be eager to bless the wine.
Jack Black started in Minecraft. He
Mhm.
started in that band, School of Rock,
School of Rock was good. He was in.
Madagascar. Why not? Why not Pope?
Was he in Madagascar? Joel Osteen. You know, if you thought the Vatican was opulent before, you haven't seen anything yet. And I don't even know what opulent means.
Jake. This Catholic guy that lives down the street. He's got some good ideas.
Yeah. JD Vance, Catholic guy who lives on the East Coast.
Yeah.
His position is, it's rightfully his, really. It's like the Darksaber.
You kill the Pope, you become the Pope. You steal the Darksaber from him,
Yeah.
and now you rule Mandalore and all the Catholics. All right, guys, well, this concludes the Babylon Bee's coverage of Pope Francis, a life and a death, as all of us will face one day as popes.
Yes. Rest in power.
Rest in power, Pope Francis. What is your favorite thing about Pope Francis? Let us know in the comments.
Was it his hat?